Your job as a man is to shape your foundation in accordance with your inner values and not being this version of yourself that appeases other people. I actually don't see enough men talking about how young men can cultivate their values, because developing your values should give you clarity. That clarity should give you confidence, and courageously living by your values, that is what truly makes you a man. One develops their values through a mixture of studying a lot of the great thinkers out there and life experience. And if you don't have a lot of life experience, take your pick. Learn more about the Bible, learn about philosophy, psychology, or even history. Once you've got a rough idea of what values are important to you, create a hierarchy, a list of which of them are the most important. And then from there, you can actually read more about the books that will help you unlock the doors to greater knowledge of these values that you've chosen for yourself. The most important part of developing these values is living by them, because you've got to learn to live fearlessly. You have to eliminate the fear that prevents you from living by these values, because every single time you don't live by your values, you betray who you fundamentally are as a person. Because you need to be the strongest version of yourself, because you don't just owe it to your friends and family, you owe it to yourself. Because for me personally, I've learned to live with any two possible scenarios happening. Either I'm going to make a mistake and learn from it, or eventually I'm simply just going to succeed. Anything else is just fear or irrelevance to me. Because you've got to learn to live fearlessly and with intent, yet you're drawing from the values that you've chosen from yourself and through the learned experience that you have. And experience, it's best learnt through stepping through those doors that you're actually a bit uncomfortable stepping through. You gotta step outside your comfort zone and do the things that you wouldn't usually do. But how else are you gonna be able to walk into a room full of people, leave a good impression, speak your mind, say whatever you want, approach the most gorgeous girl in the bar, get her number, take her home later? That's what living fearlessly and living by your values truly allows you to do. And the sad reality is that you live like this, people are going to despise you, because there are people that do not have the courage to become what you're becoming. They don't have the confidence or the will to want to improve themselves and be the best versions of themselves. When they see you, you're reflecting a part back onto them that they wish that they were or are too afraid to become. And you're not going to hold back, right? Because your values are the culmination of who you truly are. You're this charismatic, charming, truthful, strong, and dominant person. You're this person with all of these controlled values that people are afraid of because they don't have the courage to be who you are. Because at the end of the day, you're not concerned about winning friendships over. You're concerned about the alignment to your mission and your purpose and your values. At the end of the day, people are going to gravitate towards you or away from you, because the people that gravitate towards you are going to be the best relationships. They understand your values, they understand your purpose and your mission, and they want to be there in the struggles to support you. Because your decisions at the end of the day aren't influenced by the fear of trying to fit in and make people happy, but it's influenced by the values and the purpose that you've chosen for yourself. Because this is the most important part of uncovering what it means to be a man. Removing all the fear and becoming the most genuine version of yourself. That's going to unlock more inner happiness than you could possibly imagine. You're not listening to what people say you need to be. At the end of the day, you decide that for yourself.